we go to the top of the 11th inning, no score in the ball game. Tito Landrum stays in the game, and he'll be in left field. Batting in the 9th position in the batting order, Cedeno, who was a pinch hitter, will bat in the 7th position and take over at first base. And the new pitcher is Ken Daly. Daly will bat in the 1st position in the batting order. He comes in the ball game
For the Cardinals,
in relief of John Tudor. He has a record of 4 wins, 3 losses, and 11 saves. He has worked 63 2/3 innings, given up 62 hits, while walking 18 and striking out a total of 58. So Ken Daly taking over for the Cardinals, and Jeff Lottie now throwing in the bullpen for the Cardinals.
And Keith Hernandez leading it off gets a rousing welcome from the remainder of this capacity crowd, as some have left here. Hernandez 1 for 3 plus a walk, as Tudor pitched 10 full innings, and it's strike 1 to Keith. Tudor pitching 10 scoreless innings, gave up 6 hits, struck out 7, and walked 3. Carter and Strawberry to follow here in the 11th inning, no score. Fouled away, and it's 0-2. Keith hit .373 for the month of September. And he asks for time. Our colleague Tim McCarver patiently standing by. Ball 1. Hoping to bring you a post-game interview. There's Gary Carter on deck. 1-2 to Hernandez. Curveball got him looking, strike 3, and Keith knew it.
Well, we'll look at it again. Keith having to face 2 tough left-handers in the ballgame today. But looking at a breaking ball, his last time up against Tudor, he swung and missed a curveball. So Daly starting off with a strikeout. Now he'll pitch to Gary Carter.
Carter got a bloop double down the right field line in the 9th inning to lead it off, but was stranded at second as Tudor struck out 2 in that inning. And he takes the ball outside. Gary is 1 for 4. Carter has driven in 57 runs in the last 57 games. Just outside. 2-0.
Daly in that Ken Obergefell trade. Coming from Atlanta.
Fastball for a strike, and it's 2-1. I think a lot of people were surprised, Ralph, when the Braves gave up on him, because they had touted him as really something, and he had been impressive.
He was Atlanta's #1 draft choice in the June 1980 draft.
The breaking ball is fouled off, so the count evens now at 2-2. The Mets have hit 36 home runs in the last 34 games, and they could use one tonight. Strike 3. Carter's going to argue with Dutch Rennert. He didn't think he swung, and I think Dutch called him out.
And right here, a fastball, and Carter thinks it's low and outside. But Dutch Rennert said it was in the strike zone. So now it's Darryl Strawberry.
2 strikeouts for Ken Daly here in the 11th inning. I think Carter had a legitimate beef there, and it's a ball to Strawberry. Earlier, the Mets got a break on a called strike, but this time I'd look to be a little low and away. Strawberry is 0 for 4. And he takes a breaking ball, and it's 1-1. Ken Daly in relief of John Tudor here in the 11th with 2 out and nobody on. Oh, baby, that one is way out of here. The Mets lead it 1-0 in the 11th inning as Darryl Strawberry crushes one. Look at that bench. Ken Daly had struck out the first 2 hitters, and Darryl Strawberry just silenced this crowd.
Well, Daly throwing 1 curveball too many. And Strawberry hit it into the upper deck. This is his 28th home run this year, and that curveball just powdered out of here. Ball is up in the upper deck and coming down after hitting the facade, and the Mets lead by a score of 1-0.
Right fielder Andy Van Slyke didn't even move. George Foster, the batter, with a count of 1 strike, as Darryl continues to receive congratulations. Well, I'll bet you that lit up the city of New York. 1-1 to Foster. What a blast. Darryl has hit some long home runs in this ballpark. Of course, you have to get it out of here to begin with. But that was a monstrous shot. Foster with a base hit to right field. So a 2-out homer followed by a 2-out single. And the batter will be Howard Johnson.
Well, here it is again, the Darryl Strawberry home run, the curveball, and Darryl powers it out of the ballpark. First run coming in this ball game in the top of the 11th inning with 2 men out. Daly had struck out his first 2 batters before Strawberry took it downtown.
That's Darryl's 11th home run off of a left-handed pitcher this year out of his 28. 11 have been against lefties. 2 out, Foster at first. And a ball inside to Howard Johnson. Hojo struck out his first time up after pinch running for Knight in the 7th inning.
Up in the corner, little depth.
1-1.
In the bottom half of the 11th inning, when the Cardinals come up, they'll be sending up the National League's leading batter, Willie McGee, then Tommy Herr, and Darryl Porter, if Porter does bat as a left-hander, is on the mound for the Mets.
Johnson fouls it back in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. One to nothing. New York leading it here in the top of the 11th on Darryl Strawberry's tremendous home run, his 28th of the year. Fouled away, and it's still 1-2. Whitey Herzog pacing. He always looks pretty much the same. Off-speed delivery, and Porter and Daly were headed for the dugout. Cedeno, the first baseman, was almost to the first base coaching box. But no call from Dutch Rennert, and it's 2-2. Curveball grounded to Tom Herr, who will have to go to first, and does, and the inning is over.
When Darryl Strawberry hit the clock that evening on October 1st, 1985, it was 10:44, and Clint Hurdle, who is now the manager of the Mets AA franchise, the Jackson Mets, had a great line. He said, when Strawberry hit that clock, he gave it a licking, and it kept on ticking. And that's exactly what happened as the Mets went on to beat the Cardinals that night 1-0.
10:44, and Strawberry will remember that one for sure.
He sure will.
We all do.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe one of those fellows out there working in the minor league camp will be able to have the chance to do that in the major leagues.
They're the only ones working right now, the minor leaguers.
They sure are. And we're going to be back right after this message.
It's 4-4 St. Louis at Cincinnati in the 12th. And 5-1 San Francisco over the Dodgers. Bottom of the 5th inning.
Speaking of home runs, there's a long drive. That ball is out of here. Home run, Darryl Strawberry.
That ball may have hit the lights up there. It may have hit the top of the stadium. I think it did. Darryl slowed down. I can't believe it. That ball hit the top of the stadium.
Look, he's gonna get hurt.
He might get hurt with that swing, but not with that handshake.
It's tough getting down that low when you're 6'6". Oh boy.
You can get anywhere you want to with that kind of strength.
Boy, is he hammered the ball today. First game of the season for the Mets.
This ball hits the top of the stadium. Now, it didn't hit the orange in the stadium. We think it hit the concrete going around the stadium.
And Kevin McReynolds, it's out of here. Home run, McReynolds.
What's going on here? Is this a circus?
Unbelievable. Kevin McReynolds going to the bridge. 2 runs here in the 7th inning.
At this pace, the Mets as a team will have 810 home runs. They had 5 today. So if they can keep it up, and if Bell can keep it up, we're going to have some kind of season this year.
It's just unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, as soon as the ball leaves the bat of Strawberry, it's gone. Then McReynolds steps up and he hits one, it's gone. Let's see what happens here. Carter.
That's the highest home run I've ever seen, I'll tell you that.
Carter takes outside, ball 1.
You know, Fran, Webster and Brooks both went for the ball thinking they didn't know what it hit. I guarantee you, I didn't know what it hit. I didn't know what was going on out there. The ball hit the top of the stadium.
Hubie Brooks was confused.
So was I.
Yeah, so was I. I knew it was going out of someplace. That ball's popped up. Left field, Raines stays in the ballpark, so he catches it. 1 down.
You know, Franny, it's conceivable that if the roof were not on the thing, that ball might have been hit out of the stadium.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's conceivable. We don't know where it hit.
That's quite a bolt, that roof up there. Now you see the padding, the roof of the stadium, and we think it hit up there near the concrete.
Oh. Of course, that material is a Teflar, and it's bulletproof, so he can't hit it out of here with the roof on. You can't even shoot one out of here. It's bulletproof.
Well, I'll tell you, he's got a shot at it. Didn't Dave Kingman hit one down the left field? He hit a home run. How about Lenny Dykstra?
Lenny can't even see that far. Steve Garland, the trainer, saying, there it is, Len, right up there. See, way up there. And Lenny's saying, boy, that's a poke.
Lenny's saying, well, what about my home run? Whole time? How high is that ceiling?
I don't know. It's about, what, 210 feet or something like that?
That's a bolt.
In the dome about that, 210 or something like that?
That's close.
We've got too many things to check in this game.
He's got 2 in this game.
George Bell has already broken a well, it's never been done before. It's not a long-standing record.
Mets on top of the Expos. And Darryl picks up a cheap single.
If that was higher, it'd have been out of here.
I know it. He gets the hardest base hits I've seen.
How about his day today? 2 solo home runs and 2 singles. However, he was caught stealing in the 5th inning.
Yeah, that's a bad game.
Boy, that's terrible.
Oh, he hits the ball.
How can you have that happen on a day like that? Oh, man. He double clutches on this curveball.